is an AI powered risk analysis tool that is basically designed to automate the entity verification and then score it from the financial transactions that we are getting. So it extracts and enriches the entity data using various open sources, and it detects if there are any anomalies and assigns the risk scores based on various parameters, like if they are belonging to a sanction list, or having a corruption index, or if the person involved is a politically exposed person, and so on and so forth. So the goal of this application is to basically reduce the manual effort for analysts, and to basically improve the accuracy in identifying the high risk entities. The basic steps that are involved in this application is to first ask the user to upload the input data in the form of .txt file or CSV files, the financial records, and we move on to extract the entities, and we are enriching the available, like the entities that we have extracted from the various open sources that are available. We web scrap any information that can be used for us to provide the justification, and we use that information to basically classify and score it. And we also have to provide why we are scoring, so the justification part will be handled in that. And yeah, we are saving the output. So basically, whenever the user is searching against this one, he can also capture the evidence for any future references. So with that, I'll just show the demo. So this is the homepage of our application, just displaying a set of key features and how it works, how to get started with this particular application, and basic stats about what we have done so far. And these are some of the factors that we are trying to focus on while trying to assign the risk score to each of the entities. So this is the step one, where you provide the input to the system, and you can upload the file. For now, I will be processing an unstructured transaction. So this is what I will be uploading, and on clicking the process data, a list of steps will be performed, which will be detailed explained by Pranav. So once the steps are performed in the background, you will be getting a risk score indicator indicating the risk of this particular transaction with this ID. And this will be the risk score will, and along with the confidence with which the system is generating the risk score, is also indicated here. So this is 35% risk is categorized as a medium risk, and it is generating that number with a confidence rate of 95%. So it's a very good number for the operator to make a decision. And the justification tab here will be displaying the reasons why this particular risk score has been assigned, and these are the supporting evidences from where we've captured, and the all the important entities that have been extracted have been just written, along with the kind of entity type they are associated with. And for future analysis or references, you can the operator can choose to click on capture evidence, which will help capture the evidence as well as a JPG file. So this is what I've got now, so I can pass it to Pranav for explaining further on what we have considered for passing for the risk score. Over to you, Pranav.
Right. So coming up with the risk score is probably the most important step in any AML solution. And in our case, where our solution supports both structured and unstructured data. So here in this case, we have passed unstructured data, from which the first step is to extract all of the details from the data, like the entities involved, the countries which they're based out of, the amount involved, and if there is an intermediary involved, the intermediary, the country which that intermediary is from, and if a VPN is involved, and if the invoice is attached, etc., etc. So using all of these indicators, we tried to come up with a risk score. So for risk score, we had to we had to extract a lot of information from different sites like FATF. So all of these sites like FATF, Basel AML score, and then we had to extract information from Transparency International's corruption score for each of these countries. So we have assigned different weights to each of these categories. Like the first thing is to analyze the countries which the entities are part of, analyzing their whether those countries exist in FATF's black and gray lists, and then finding out their corruption rank, and then finding out what their Basel AML score is. So this Basel AML score is a holistic score of many other factors. So this is a score from 0 to 10, and FATF has two lists which we check for the country whether they exist in those lists or not, and if they exist, that means that country is a high risk country, and that will have a weight associated to it. And corruption also is another important factor that we need to consider. So, and then what we did was do analysis on the entities, and if there are any persons involved to these entities, we also checked whether they are politically exposed persons or not. So we use open sanctions for that. So where whatever entities we could extract from the information given, we were checking whether they are part of any of these sanction lists like OFAC sanction list, European sanction list, etc. And also if there is any persons involved in the given input, we were trying to see if they are politically exposed persons or not, which will again add another associated risk to it. So we have assigned weights for country specific parameters, entity specific parameters, the transaction related parameters like if there is a time involved, the time of the transaction, and the amount of the transaction, etc. And also another important factor which we considered is the industry. So the industry, by industry, what we mean is we try to extract what industry the particular entities belong to, and let's say if they belong to industries like a trust or an NGO or some financial institutions, then we associate higher risk towards that, because though they can be very risky, and there are many chances to launder money from. So that is the reason why we have given a higher weight to those. And using all of this, accounting all of the information that we extracted, and also the information that we got from the input, and also we had agents where we scraped information from internet, and then using all of this, whatever negative information was there, that also we associated some weight to it. And using all of this, we came up with a risk score. And confidence score is basically how confident we are with all of this. So confidence score, the another thing what we did for confidence score was based on the information that we could extract from, that can be input or from the internet, etc., etc. So if we were able to only find some information, then that means we were less confident, so then we had given a less confidence score. So that is how the confidence score is designed. And if you can see the justification, where whatever score we are giving, we justified how we did that based on the information that is scraped from multiple forums like FATF. And supporting evidence is where is an array of all the resources that we refer to. Uh, and entities extracted is again all the entities that we have extracted. So this is how we calculated risk score and confidence score on high level. So yeah, uh, that's it from our side. Yeah.
Thank you.